Good evening. It's Vijay here. It's the weekend of September 29th. Today is Sunday. The time is around 8 o'clock. Today, let me talk about one very important topic and which is a very touchy topic and a topic which is, caught hold of the sentiment in the recent past. That is market manipulation. Now, if you see in the last 1.5 months, you will see that the mainline indices are going up. That is Nifty primarily, and then you have Bank Nifty, and the other indices are going up, but many stocks are not going up. Especially if you look at the mid cap and small cap and micro cap. Excuse me. Yeah, sorry, the fan was creating some noise. So those stocks are not doing too well. So the general feeling among people is that the market is being manipulated. Only the indices are going up, so our stocks are not going up. So there is something going on. Now, I would like to put this to rest once for all. You see, market is like life. Whether you like it or not, we have the ebbs and flows. You have good days, you have bad days, and you make money sometimes, you lose money sometimes. When you make money, you assume that it is always because of your brilliance. When you lose money, you think somebody is sitting there on top and manipulating. So I have been in the market for more than 3 decades. I have never believed in the theory that market is manipulated all the time. Market is manipulated just like life. For instance, in our day-to-day life, we manipulate our better half. We may manipulate our friends. We may manipulate our bosses. Bosses manipulate us. Our better half manipulates us. Children manipulate us. So, if you really look at it, if you take philosophy of life and apply it to the markets, everything is manipulated. So, nothing is manipulated, or rather, everything is now on an equal footing. So the manipulation is there for everybody. So I do not really put too much emphasis, and I don't think one should do that, because the moment you begin to believe that the market is manipulated, something against you, that your stop loss is getting triggered, and they're looking for hunting for stop loss and all that, I think it is bunkum. Because who is these? Who are they who are hunting for your stop losses, and what is the kind of volumes you have where they should come and take your stop loss, and what benefit do they get? And how much of effort they should do to hunt for your stop loss. So I think if you want to be a good trader, if you want to make money in the market, if you want to survive in the market, if you want to thrive in the market, then I think you should move away from this theory that some manipulation is going on and it is all going against me. There could be possibility that manipulation is going in your favor also, right? That time you don't remember that, or don't even consider that. So I want to emphasize this again and again, because you see, I am hearing this especially in bouts of cycles. Now things are not good for many stocks, and people begin to feel that something is wrong in the market, something is bad is going to happen, something, because I am not making money. My portfolio is not making money. My portfolio is not in the green as much as the Nifty and Bank Nifty. Why is Reliance going up, or why is TCS going up, where there is no merit in IT stocks going up, or there no merit in some sectoral stocks going up. So that, I think, is simply a game which one should not be even playing that. Now, I will just share with you some of the what I would call you are blatant manipulation. Now, blatant manipulation, I'll just give you this is one stock, which is one thing which I keep mentioning. There is a stock called Praveg Limited. Now, Praveg Limited is now off the radar for a lot of people. Praveg Limited was a stock which was very popular last year in the final quarter. Why? Because they were putting tents in the Ayodhya plains, so that when the Ram Mandir is inaugurated in January, that lot of pilgrims would come and they will stay in the tent, in their tents, and they were 5-star tents. So if you see, the build-up happened somewhere in November, because the date was fixed around that time, that you'll have it on January 21st. And you see the manipulation, or whatever you see, the kind of rally it went up. And if somebody had looked at, the fundamentals of Praveg, and seen that Praveg is just one of the, tourist operator in that sense. This operator is different. I'm talking of the tourist operator. then what chance do they have against a Taj or somebody who comes in the premium segment? But you see, from 480, it went up to about 1300, three times. If you had just looked at the fundamentals, then you would have known that you should not be joining the gang. And it peaked out somewhere in early January, January 10th. There were 2 3 weeks, about yeah, 2.5 weeks before the Ram Mandir. Ram Mandir happened on 21st January. So by the time people joined in and thought they were smart, and you see the prices had come down from 1300 to 1000. Today, it's trading at around 780. So you can say this is one kind of manipulation. What happened is the manipulation of the people's greed was used by some smart guys. You can call them operators, you can call them institutions, you can call them anybody, hedge funds, who took up the stock prices because there was a greed. And it was almost like a sure shot that once Ram Mandir is inaugurated, then huge crowds would come. Now, that has not happened. More important that whether it happens or not, they are operating in a place where there's high competition, especially in the premium segment. And they're offering something which is very different, looks unique, but there is also Taj, or there is also Oberoi. There are any number of people who could be there in that. So this is one place where I feel a lot of manipulation has taken place. But it has taken place on the greed. So you can say, okay, they did something. There is another this one, which is MTAR Technologies. So MTAR Technologies, in the early parts of 2023, this was the first stock in the private sector. I would say one of the first stocks which caught the fancy of people who thought of space and defense and all that. So everybody started recommending MTAR Technologies as a very good fit for defense and space. So the initial days, for instance, even the Prime Minister said in August in the Lok Sabha somewhere here, saying that PSUs will do well, but this is not a PSU. This is a private one, but it caught on fancy and it went up to almost 2,900. Now it caught on because the floating stock is less. So therefore, everybody piled on, thinking that MTAR Technology is great because they are in the defense and space. But if you really go and see, this data is available on this. It's available on the net. So when you went and saw that on the data, you notice that this it's only about 4 or 5% in space and another 5% in defense. So 10% is there in space and defense. But there is something called clean energy, clean water. You can see this on the screener, for instance. That is one place which I look at. So screener, if you go and find out, you will know that their 62% of their revenue is coming from clean energy space. Now, if you dig down deeper, you know that they are getting it from the biggest client is a company called Bloom. This one, or what is it? Bloom Energy. Now, Bloom Energy, if you really look at Bloom Energy, that is something which is, see, this is Bloom Energy here. Now, Bloom Energy Corporation is the biggest client. But you see, Bloom Energy Corporation is continuously coming down since the last 2 years, 1.5 years. Now, why is it doing that? Because it is not earning any profit, and also they are falsifying their books. That, if you had done a little bit of research, you would never have gone into MTAR. In fact, I had mentioned it to my mentees that this is one share to be shorting on an intraday basis because this is not there in the F&O. So there is clear manipulation where there is no scope for Bloom Energy to do well, and there is the largest customer. So this is one kind of a manipulation which one can see. And a lot of people have got caught there. Now it went up to 2,900. They said it will go to 3,500. That was manipulation of the greed of the person who wanted to think that he can make it be a multi-bagger. Now you are sitting at 1,700. And looks increasingly difficult for that stock to cross that high. In markets, anything can happen. Now let's take this IRCON, for instance. Again, see the railways. That thing caught in somewhere in August, mid-August, is where the craze for railways came in. And you see, it was cheap at that time, but when it went up, the greed caught on, and then the guys, the operators or whoever those guys are, manipulated above the the pre-election high, and so everybody got caught in this thing. Now I am doubting whether it will go there again. As I said, in markets one can never say never, but you look at that. Then you look at Cochin Shipyard. Again, the manipulation or whatever you may call it happened on the mindset of the investors, which was greed. So there is always people, the market is consisting of people who are smart, who will manipulate your emotions and drive you, into sectors and stocks. Now it is left to you to see whether, you want to get into it. Now Cochin Shipyard is a great company, but look at the prices. It's from 3,000, it has come to 1727, which is almost say 40%. Then you look at HAL, which is again a very popular share. It went up all the way to 5,700. Now it's sitting at 4,474. HAL has given very good results, but yet you see, RVNL is another example. From 646, it's come to 526. This is Jupiter Wagons. Jupiter Wagons is one of those private sector railways stock. You see how it has gone up. So last year, and then it has come down. And then you have BEML. Again, good stock, but again, a railway and defense, it has come down significantly. Then you take BEL. BEL is another one which is doing very well now, which has come into the index. So it's got a chance, but again, you see the drop. Then this is another stock which used to be my favorite stock, but unfortunately, something has happened here, which I feel some sort of a manipulation has happened. I really don't know, but we have bought stock at very much lower level. So we are a little bit surprised that it went up to about 200 and then 195 actually, and then it has come down to 145. This kind of moves are reeking of manipulation, especially the last leg where it took off from 160 to 195. I was thinking some news would be there. We bought it around 120, 130. We are still holding it. So that is a disclosure. But you see, I am now wondering why this happened. And now it has gone into the BE segment where all the manipulated stocks are supposed to be going into the BE segment. That is for trade. So this is the kind of, some manipulation is there in the market where you can clearly see. But that also, you need not fall into the trap, because all you need to do is to just check up as to why a stock is going up so fast, whether it has got fundamentals, whether it has got, any future, what is the vision of the management. Everything is available on the net. All you need to do is to just go and do some research, and just can't blame every time that the operators are operating and they're making money off you and all that. Now let me tell you finally about the operators and their final fate. If you look at the scams in India, you take from 1992, Harshad Mehta was the biggest operator. Finally, what happened? He went to jail because the operator, he made a lot of money on paper. At most of the time, I have seen my personal experiences, most of the known operators. Okay, I know a lot of operators who were very big and who went bust. If you're an investor for that matter, you generally will not go bust because you will not get into the so-called operator stocks. But operator stocks look very interesting. So you should know the person, the manipulator or operator, or whoever you may call it, their interest is to make money. Their interest is not to help you make money. So who is there to help you make money? Only you. It is not, the person. So you feel nice that some operators have entered the stock. And you can today have, the names of the operators. I don't want to name them, but I talk of Harshad Mehta, take Ketan Parekh. Ketan Parekh also was a great operator. And you had people like Manu Manik. Those days, I'm talking of the 90s, because I am a person of the 90s. And all of them went bust. On the Madras Stock Exchange, where I was as an authorized assistant on the ring, I could see who are the operators. And believe me, none of them are alive. In the sense that they are not there on the financial scene. Not that they're dead, but financially they're dead. Why does it happen? It happens because the operators use others' money, OTM, as we call, OPM, other people money. Now, I'm sorry to say that some mutual funds are also, I would classify them as a sophisticated operators. Now, what do? They come with the NFOs. So they will jack up the prices. Is there no way of finding it out? You can't point a finger at any particular person. And then, when the NFO is running, the prices are up. And after that, it is subpar performance, even though it may be a good sector. This has happened in the past. Even in 2000, in the great boom before the bust, there are a lot of great mutual fund managers who used to operate stocks. Again, as I said, we don't have proof, but being in the market, common sense and understanding and rumors and share price movement and how they come on TV and talk about it, talk up their shares, you know it. You don't have to, you don't have to be a rocket scientist, or you don't have to, do in-depth research. You can sense it over a period of time. You will have to, make your own judgment. I've learned it through the hard way. I've learned that, people who come, their favorite stocks, they talk it up on TV and other media, and I want to understand what happens after that. Recently there was an FIA report on SBI card. SBI card, they said it's going to go up tremendously. I watched the share price after their report. A couple of days it went up, and then it has slowly started sliding. We used to hold SBI card. The moment I saw that report, I was very nervous. I looked at it deeply, and then we got out of SBI cards. So this has experience has taught me that it is not that SBI cards, for instance, will not cross the target which the particular foreign institutional investor has set. But I don't want to be in places where I feel that these guys have come with this report and the price in a couple of days' time has started moving down with no news. So I would suggest that, please don't depend on anybody to help you out. Please note that operators are a part of the system. Like, you are manipulating somebody else manipulates you outside the market. It is a part of the game. So when you lose, it will be because, of course, bad luck is there. So you take some position and something bad happens somewhere, something can happen. But overall, what I have seen in more than 30 years is I will never ever blame somebody like operators or manipulators or mutual funds or FIIs. I do my own due diligence. Finally, the only way you can make money, as I said, you can survive and thrive in this market is by making your own due diligence. So I hope you got something of it. And thank you for joining. It's Vijay here, signing off. Have a great weekend.